There could be bountiful abundance all over, but if we're walking around with a lack and limitation mindset, we will not even see it. Because this is true, we are wholly responsible for the world which we live in. We're wholly responsible for the country which we live in. We're responsible for the county which we live in. And we are responsible for the house that we live in. We literally encourage or restrict God with our mind. We truthfully attract or repel opportunities with the ideas we hold. And so the result is, no matter what the situation is, we prosper or we decline based upon the world we discern it to be. And so I mentioned Daniel because there's that Daniel quality in us. And it has the power to produce any change that we desire to see in our life. Remember, Daniel and his friends started out in captivity. Anybody feel like they're in financial captivity today? They started out in captivity, and what they did was rejected the king's rations. And that is why every January we as a church fast for 10 days on vegetables and water. It's called a Daniel fast. And I believe in that situation, relevant to today, the king's rations represent the culturally acceptable mindset of the time. So they walked into a culturally acceptable mindset and said, no, we're not going to buy into that. We're not drinking wine, we're not eating meat, just test us 10 days. And so the culturally accepting mindset today is fear, lack, limitation, poverty, not enoughness. And so my invitation is for 10 days, don't buy into it. And watch the change. For 10 days, affirm the spiritual power inside of you. Affirm your power to discern the thoughts and ideas that you hold in your mind. Recognize that it is thanksgiving that keeps our heart fresh. True thanksgiving, in a metaphorical sense, is like fresh rain falling upon dry soil. It refreshes it, and in doing so, it increases its productiveness. Thanksgiving does the same thing to our consciousness. It increases our productiveness. Why? Because all things have their cause, and every cause is mental. The cause of our financial situation is not outside of us. Our individual finances are caused by our attitude and our mindset. When we choose to come into a contact with a higher order of thinking, we naturally take on higher ideas. Then our words, they express thanks, they express gratitude. We look at a situation, we express praise. And in that expression of praise and gratitude, what happens is we release our mind energy, our soul energy. And what happens then is this release of spiritual energy is followed by effects so pronounced that we quickly recognize and identify it's our very words that produce them. How many times in your life have you spoken about something or thought about something and said, I can't believe it really happened? That's because I believe it really happened because we expressed it at the soul level. The resources that I talk about today, they are resources of spirit. And the resources of spirit are beyond our highest flights of fancy or imagination, if you will. We can praise every lack into abundance. We can praise a fearful heart into peace and trust. With thanksgiving, we can transform shattered nerves into poise and power. Now, I know it's an easy matter to give thanks for what we've already received, like I began the service. It was very easy to give thanks for everyone on Thursday night. The spiritual thanksgiving is to give thanks for what we hope to receive as if. That's an affirmative prayer. Giving thanks in advance is what creates a present moment expectation. Giving thanks for God ideas when we center ourselves upon Spirit takes us out of an economic crisis and puts us into a spiritual mindset. It gives the power back to us. We never lost it, but we've forgotten with all the news and all the talk. We've forgotten that the power is ours. Jesus was about God ideas. You can read them all over. He looked at any situation and said, no. It's a God idea. It's all God. The kingdom of God is within you. You know, the most powerful words, there's many powerful words, but powerful words are to look at any situation and say, it is not I, but the Christ within who does the work. It is not I, but the Christ within who does the work. I must say that those words are what personally got me through this week. I must have said those words a few hundred times with what has gone on in this church for 2 weeks. It is not I, but the Christ within who does the work. And so every thought we choose lets loose, if you will, in our mind, substance and life and intelligence. And so if we're letting loose thoughts of fear, that's what the substance and life and intelligence is bringing back to us. If we're letting loose thoughts of spirit, thoughts of abundance, thoughts of enoughness, then the substance and life and intelligence that we understand is God is what comes back to us. Praise and thanksgiving, they tap the mighty reservoir of what we understand is an infinite divine mind. It's a reservoir, it's infinite, it's divine, and praise and thanksgiving open the floodgates of it. Many times, we may settle for a small fraction of what we are all capable of developing. Right here or nowhere is opportunity. Right now or at no time, there's infinite opportunity. Right here in this now moment or nowhere is God, as I understand God. And so knowing this today, I believe we can all simply be grateful. And so it is. God bless you. God bless you, everyone. Thank you very much.